Boys, it is 6 a.m. It's time to get up and grind and start today early, because today it's going to be a good video. Boys, welcome to today's video. For those who don't know me, my name is Arturo Saide. As you guys probably saw, I woke up really early today because I had to get a lot of work done. But I also was able to get a workout in, so that was really good. Then I went about my morning, got ready, took a shower, and ate some breakfast. Then I had to package up some items for eBay because I gotta go ship them out pretty soon. But before I do that, I want to jump into today's topic. As you guys probably saw by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about something that a lot of us guys struggle with, especially teenagers who are transitioning into college. But before we talk about it, we need to change the setting because this is not working for me. Alright, so give me a minute, I'm going to change it real quick. Yep, this is way better. Alright boys, so before I talk about the first reason why I dropped out of college, let me tell you where I went to college first. So the first 2 years I went to Fairleigh Dickinson University and studied sports administration there. It was kind of between that and business, but I decided to do sports because everybody else was doing business and I wanted to do something different. So I went with sports and I really didn't like where it was leading up to and what was I learning. It was kind of boring me, so I decided to drop it and do something else. And then that's when I took a semester off and I ended up going to Montclair State University for nutrition and dietetics, and I only lasted there for another semester when I finally decided, you know what, this isn't for me anymore. I need to move on with my life and do something else. This is where the first reason why I dropped out kind of takes place, and that is just college was kind of time consuming for me, and what I wanted to do, I just didn't have time for it if I was still going to school. So what happened was, after 2 years at FDU, when I dropped out and I had a semester to myself, I started doing reselling on eBay a lot, and I was just getting into it, just getting into the game, kind of getting the feel for it, and I was making some good money then. And I knew if I was to actually put more time into it, I can make more. But at the same time, I started learning a little bit about nutrition because I was getting more into the field. I wanted to know more about plant-based nutrition and how it could benefit someone. And you know, but it was something I wanted to learn on the side. But at that time, I was also thinking, maybe I could go back to school or not. And also my parents were saying, well, when are you going back to school? Because you need to go back to school. So it was kind of like a pressure of my parents telling me to go back to school. So then that's when I went to Montclair actually and started studying nutrition. But because I did that, it took time away from me to continue that eBay business and to actually make it grow, because when I went back to school and I went to Montclair, I just didn't have enough time to make my business grow. I was literally limited to what I can do. And on top of that, I also wanted to start other businesses because I was already making money that I wasn't making before. And I had ideas that I wanted to make a fashion brand. I wanted to help people become vegan. And I needed money to make those businesses grow, obviously to start them. But I also needed time because, as you guys know, time is your money, all right? So I just needed the time, and I realized that if I continue with school, I'm not gonna have that time to start those businesses or to make my eBay business grow. So that's when I decided, you know, school, it isn't for me. And there's a lot more to it. I'm gonna explain more, but time was really one of the biggest factors for me. I really wanted to make my businesses grow, and I couldn't do that if I didn't have the time. And in doing so, it just freed me up so much time. Now I'm able to grow my business. My eBay business has took off the past year. I made so much more money. Now I can actually start my fashion brand. The first collection is coming out pretty soon. And I was on the way of starting to teach veganism, but this whole coronavirus had to put that on pause. But once this is all over, I'm going to be able to do that. So that's going to be another way. And I actually just partnered with another company, Monet. So like I said, if I didn't make that decision because I knew that my time was my money, I wouldn't be here right now. All right, I need to get to the post office now. And then after that, you'll hear my second reason why I dropped out of college. I don't know about y'all, but this coronavirus things need to end. I was actually in the middle of filming and don't know if you can hear that, but it was some crazy ass military plane just flying over. It was insane. Like literally, just that's all you heard, and you can literally see the plane just flying above. But but no disrespect to the healthcare workers and everybody in the front line working to end this virus. Even I know them personally probably will want this virus to end as well, so they can get back to normal and live. And I don't know, most of them, they all deserve a vacation for all the hard work they've done and everything they've been put through. So you know, if you know someone on the front line or some healthcare worker that's working, just show them some love and appreciation, and make sure you tell them that you support everything they're doing and you care for them. So back on the topic of college, and listen, I know a lot of us tend to go into college because it's normal. It's what society taught us to do. It's what our parents want us to do, and it's what everyone else does, right? But just because everybody else is doing something doesn't mean you have to do it too. Like if your friends are gonna fall over a bridge, are you gonna follow them? No. If your family wants you to do something because they want you to do it, are you really gonna do it? No, doesn't sound reasonable, right? So just because you see people doing something or your parents tell you to do something does not mean you have to do it. All right, you can't fall under that pressure. And me myself personally, I did that, and I saw every one of my friends, they all were being accepted into colleges. I was late into it. I got accepted very late, and I almost felt embarrassed, but I should have never been, like, because eventually, you know, I dropped out and stuff. I fell into that pressure where I thought I had to go to college and stuff, and my parents were always pushing me, go to college, you got to sign up, you got to do this, you got to do that. And they never really sat down and asked me what I wanted to do. And I never also stood up to them and say, maybe I don't want to go to college. Maybe I want to do something else with my life. So I ended up falling for that trap and under that pressure. And it just led me to that mistake, which was college, first of all. And for a lot of you, college isn't a, you know, try something and you have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain type of experience. Because for some of us, college isn't free at all. We don't get scholarships or we don't get help from the government, and we had to pay almost everything out of pocket. Lucky for me, I didn't have to. I got a scholarship, I got help, and I didn't have to pay much for college. So I knew I didn't have much to lose except for my time. And listen, I just can't afford to lose my time, like I said before. So I knew it was easier for me to, once I realized what I wanted to do, that I had nothing to lose and everything to gain by dropping out of college. But what I want to tell you guys is, you guys don't need to fall under that pressure, alright? You guys don't need to follow whatever your parents say. You're not gonna live with your parents your whole life. You're eventually gonna move out and live on your own. So you shouldn't let your parents dictate what you want for life, because nobody knows what you want besides you. You know yourself better, so you know what you want to do in life. Boys, you only have one life. You only have one shot to do what you want to do with your life, and you got to do it as soon as possible. If you don't like learning at school, good. Don't go to school and learn. But that doesn't mean you obviously stop learning, because you're always going to learn new things as you do. For me, example, I love to learn and do stuff at the same time. So what I do right now is, or what I actually, better yet, what I used to do for my eBay store was, I would learn by watching other people do it on YouTube. I would learn on different sites about how to run an eBay store, and at the same time I was learning that, I was doing it. I was putting those things that I was learning into action to grow my eBay store, which made my eBay store grow. Because last year I literally made over 20,000, 25,000 in my eBay store. It felt good doing that, you know, because school never teaches that. School teaches us to learn something new, then learn something new for such a long time, and then take a test. And then when you realize you need to put in the real world, most of that shit doesn't even apply to the real world. So the moral of my second reason why was just basically, I realized what I wanted to do. I had the confidence. I knew my passion. I just went for it. I didn't care what anybody thought. I just went for it, and I did it. And I'm here today, and I'm still doing it, and I'm still growing. All right. Some of us don't even need a college degree to do what we got to do in life. Most of the business you don't even need a college degree to start a business. That's what's crazy. If you have a business idea in your mind, work, save money, and then start that business. You don't need a degree to start that business, but you do need to obviously learn knowledge, and that's where Skillshare comes along. Skillshare has so many classes online that it teaches you everything you need to know about business, from how to run it, how to market it, and even how to grow your brand. Boys, you need to hop on Skillshare right now. There's no better time. And trust me, I'm gonna give you guys something special. All you have to do is click the link down below and you're gonna get 2 months free of Skillshare. That's 2 months to learn so many new things, to gain as much knowledge as possible, and to start that business you always wanted to. If that sounds interesting, all you have to do is click the link down below and you're gonna get 2 months free. Whew. Alright boys, it is almost 8 p.m. and this is about the time I power down for the rest of the day and kind of just take it easy, have dinner, read my book, and then just go straight to sleep. But before I do any of those, I need to give you the last reason why I dropped out of college. And boys, it's pretty simple. The last reason why I dropped out of college is just because I didn't find it interesting no more. And what I mean by that is I didn't have a passion for the majors I was pursuing. And what I did have a passion for was reselling. So I kind of had to sit down and realize, if I really love reselling and I really don't love school, it was pretty simple. I had to drop out and do my reselling business. And boys, let me tell you, it was the best decision I ever made, because last year my business took off and it grew over $25,000. And that's me starting late in the year. So I knew that I can do so much more, and there's so much more I want to do. I'm starting other business as well and projects. And if I didn't take the lead and decide to quit school early, I would have never had the time to do those things. And boys, this is me not telling you that you shouldn't not learn or not go to school or basically not learn. You should always be learning new things and growing your knowledge, alright? And one way to do that is by Skillshare. Seriously guys, Skillshare is amazing. You guys need to hop on it. And this is also me not telling you that school is worthless. No, because some people do need to go to school because they need to get degrees to become lawyers and doctors. That's perfectly fine because they found their passion, so that's all props to them. But this is me telling the people who are right now watching this video and don't know whether or not they should go to college or are being forced or they're just following their friends. Take a moment to pause, and what I want you to do, and this is a great tip, get a piece of paper and write down some of the things you're passionate about, alright? It can be anything, doesn't matter. And once you have those things written down, research whether or not you need to go to school and get a degree for those things. And you're going to be surprised that most of them, you don't even need to do it. And also research the people who are professionals in that area, and you're going to realize most of them didn't even go to college to do those things. So yeah boys, those are my 3 reasons why I basically dropped out of college and pursue my dreams, pursue the things that I wanted to do, the things that I was in love with. And I'm here today, I'm enjoying my life, I'm super happy. It was the best decision I could make. If this video did help you out and you really liked it, do me a favor, hit that like button down there. And if you guys are brand new to the channel and watching this, hit that subscribe button as well, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell because it'll notify you every single time I drop a video. I drop videos like this one every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you don't want to miss out. That's going to be it for me today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.